This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. New course to most of the golfers on tour. This challenging layout just opened in 2015. Today we're along the east coast of Maine. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobila will be calling all the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Pointe.
Another great design from Brand Patel, and they really threw the boat out here. Some excellent choice of holes, and you get to see the changes in elevation. You get this on a windy day, and of course 7,700 yards will play even longer than that. A nice calm day though, Rich, and you really can shoot a good score out here.
Frank, what a way to start. This is all you want, a par 4 of nearly 500 yards.
And a 90-degree dogleg. There's a bunker in the distance, Rich. That's almost your run-out area. I'm loving that balance.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And so just getting started, even par so far. Now on the tee at the par 3 second, it's a long one. This will require a pure strike. Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobila, back with you at the third hole here at the Cliffs. And this is a hole that offers up a chance to put a red number on the board, Frank.
It certainly does. A good drive finding this very narrow fairway will certainly give you the opportunity to reach the green in 2. Stray a little left, either with the drive or the second, and all of a sudden you might realize this par 5 has teeth.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front nine completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee, and you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. And getting ready for the putt. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Fifth hole now at Lighthouse Pointe. Frank, it's a beefy par 4.
Another hole without any fairway bunkers off the tee, but really the main defense here at the Cliffs is the elements. Find the fairway, and you'll also be hitting to a green which is protected by a little bunker to the right side of that, and short. So precision, once again, required here. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
This is looking really good. Just an excellent shot right there. About 5 feet away. Good chance. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frankie seems to have found something. Already 2 birdies in a row and now another chance.
Yeah, it's all starting to flow here. This is really important. He's starting to play well, so finish it off here for 3 in a row. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Starting to fill it up now. 2 birdies in a row and 7 under for the championship. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green in regulation. Just a couple of feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. We move to the ninth hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Playing his third here at the par 5. Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. Now on the 10th hole here at the cliffs at Lighthouse Pointe as we begin our trek homeward here at this magnificent golf course. This one puts a little fear into you, Frank. I'm looking at a par 4, and it's almost 600 yards. Help,
you're going to need it, that's for sure. And one of the things they've done to help you is a big elevated tee, so that'll at least chew some of the yardage off. Hopefully the prevailing breeze is also at your back, which might shorten that number up. Pretty generous fairway. Try and take those bunkers out of play with the big hefty club. And when you get on the green, you're going to realise there's 2 greens here, Rich. 10 shares the same green as 13.
This one's looking good. That is classy.
A chance of going in.
Good chance here. And he has it for birdie. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards. And more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making drive or almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
This is a good-looking shot. Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. This one just requires a little bit of focus. I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already. Moving on to the 12th hole now, par 4, 439 yards. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Good putt. Well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards. And not only that, too, they put the 2 fairway bunkers in a perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10, this is the shared green. So 13 and 10, this is where they meet up again at the end of a long walk.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Drops for a birdie. Now to the par 3 14th. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy and Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly 7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards. One thing you want to do, though, is avoid Lake Zimmer. It's a big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right, so you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Pointe with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
A cursory look at the scorecard, Rich, and well, it looks hard at 240 yards, but that elevation is going to chew off quite a bit of yardage off the scorecard. Really, it's a good chance for a birdie on this closing stretch. V-shaped green. As long as you're on the right section of the green, could have a chance for birdie.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was heading for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
And getting ready for the putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Has his par. Now at the 17th, and Frank a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you're protected here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, as we arrive here at 18, I'm thinking about what we so often hear up here in New England. You can't get there from here, or can you at this par 4 finishing hole? Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
315. Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long.
Safely on deck.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.
Well, at last we're at number